Howdy folks, this is DU Novice again. Just wanted to bring you another video to help you get started and launch for Dual Universe. One of the things we're going to cover is how to use the market to your advantage, how to sell stuff at the market, how to list stuff and not necessarily sell it right away to the bots at the market, and also how to sell to the bots too. So I've got some stuff in my inventory that I've placed here. I've got 6 small basic mining units that I don't need. I've got some pure iron here, and on the ship that I'm connected to I have some bauxite and some quartz. Alright, so, and then I also have some schematics for a tier 1 product. So I'm gonna go over here and check things out at the market. Go into our map and we'll mark it as our destination. Okay, so if you look, I can't get off the ground. Why can't I get off the ground? Because I have too much weight on me. Too much stuff. We'll try it one more time, but I don't think we're going to make it. Alright, so let's get out. Sometimes you can take off with brute force. Let's see if we can manipulate this thing and move it around a little bit. Let's point it to our destination and let's cheat. Let's start on our back. We're going to see if we can cheat our way over there with more weight than we can take off with. So we're going to let the engines warm up. I'm leaving the brake on for a minute. Alright, that is not going to work. Sometimes that will work, sometimes it won't. Alright, so we're going to have to take some of the weight out. So we'll take about half the ore out and see what happens. Whoa, come on. Alright, took it a minute to figure out I was out of that ship. Alright. So we'll go to our connected container. We'll take about half that out. We'll take about half of that out. Maybe more than half. Yeah, we'll just leave that. This is just an example anyway. Let's see now if we can take off or not. Alright. Let's try setting this thing back down like it's supposed to be. See what we can do here. Hit G. Let's see if we can get any elevation here. No, not so far. Well, that didn't work. Sometimes you can get it to take off, sometimes you can't. Alright. We're going to take more out. So you can tell that I'm not a pro. I have to adjust and work as I go. So let's just take all of that. Let's take the heavy crap out of here. How's that? Take about half that iron out. Alright, let's try it again. Alright, I'm just using the W, S, A, and D keys along with the Q and the E to get things work there. And the tool that I was using was the move tool. Find it, maneuver tool, to maneuver objects. Alright, so now it's lifting us off the ground, so we should be able to fly. Now, what could I do? I could put more hovers on it, or some vertical boosters, which I don't have any of right now, well, in order to carry more weight. So you got to look at that. So we're just going to go with what we have and see what happens here. Just trying to look at how do I use the market to my advantage. So one obvious way is selling ore, right? Which you can sell tier 1 through 4 to the bots. I say the bots, the game bots actually will buy some stuff and sell some stuff. Okay, that should work for us. Land here at the market. See, some people are losing vehicles here. See that icon over there? That means that their core has been abandoned. Anybody that puts a core in that vehicle can take it. Let's go down there and look at it real quick. I'll show you. So if you leave stuff parked on a market tile for too long, then it will go away. So if you look here, this is a dynamic core unit extra small. So we'll grab one and I'll explain to you. And look, anybody can take the stuff out of here. Let's take the stuff out of here and let's put it in our ship. Alright, so there was some brakes, engine, headlight, a blueprint. But I'll show you how all this works. There's also some damage to this that we could repair once we take it over. But let's get back up here and finish our objective first, and then we'll come back. And if that thing's still here, then we'll take it over. Again, don't park on market tiles if you're going to get called away to take out the garbage or do a honeydew for your wife or whatever the case may be. And this one also is. What size core is this? Extra small. I like this one, looks cooler. Maybe we'll take that one. I don't know, we'll see. Alright, so let's go up into the market, take the elevator up. And alright, so we're interacting with the market. Alright, so what do we have to sell? Let's look real quick. We have some quartz, and we have some basic mining units and some pure iron. Alright, so let's look at the price of all of those. Let's look at quartz. Okay. What's another way that I could sell stuff? Well, I could go materials, mineable materials, or tier 1. And then I could just click on tier 1s and it'll show me the tier 1s. Then I can go here and I can go instant sell. And it'll put the quantity I have in my container automatically in for me if I go this route. And then I can sell it, and that's how much quanta I will make. 21,000 for 840 liters. Alright? Because you get 210, you get taxed a little bit. So we just made a little bit more money, right? If you don't have anything in your inventory, like I don't have any coal, I'll just do instant sell. And there's no quantity there because I have none, right? If you go the other route and you just click on coal, whatever, then there's coal, right? So this is kind of interesting that we pulled this one up, and I'll show you why in just a minute. If you click on instant sell or instant buy here, you have to put your amount in sometimes. So what is the buying price of coal? Well, the bots, you can tell this is bots because it's 200,000, right? The bots are buying it for 25 per liter. Okay, this person here, that doesn't tell you who it is, has said, okay, I want to buy, it might have started off at 100,000, it might have started off at 30,000, but he's whoever this is obviously already bought some, because you don't say I need exactly 25,789 liters, right? But what they did is they underbid the market, or they're actually offering a little bit more than the market, right? So how do I go about doing that? You go to orders here, and you do a sell order. First, let's drag some stuff over into the market container, and we'll see what happens here. So let me get, we don't want to use that. It will only let me use my linked container. Alright, so I got to hit I, link that container so that I can get to this one. Alright, so let's go back to orders, storage. Let's put these in here. Okay, as soon as I drag these basic small mining units in here, it asks me, hey, do you want to sell those? Do you want to create a sell order? Alright, let's not do that. Let's look and see how much they're worth. Okay, basic mining unit small. Okay, there are none for sale. Okay, so how much are they worth? As much as somebody will pay for them. All right, so I'm gonna go in here and I'm gonna create an order by just pulling it into storage. I got 6 of them, and what I would do is I would calculate how much ore it took me to make them, and at least charge what it cost me to make them, plus a little bit for my time. Alright, so let's pretend I did that, and now I know the price per unit that I want to charge for these is 5,000. Or, you know, let's make it 50,000. Alright, and I have 6 for sale. So I want to create an order. Okay, boom. All right, so there's a sell order against those. Let's now go look at them. All right, the same thing we just looked at, basic mining unit small, now has 6 for sale for 50,000 apiece. So now, because there were none there and players are going to want these, they might pay that. They might pay 100. They might pay $1 million. Doubt that for starting out because you're not going to have that much cash. But everybody's going to have at least a couple 100,000, right? So getting some mining units out there for other players to buy, if you're the first one to put them on the market, guess what? You set the price. And that's what we just did. We just put mining units out there and said they're going to be 50,000 a piece. Let's go back to storage and say, okay, I want to sell pure iron. Well, first let's look and see what it's worth, right? So let's go here and we'll type in pure. Let's go to pure iron. There are no buy or sell orders, right? So how much do I have? Okay, I've got 294.85 liters, right? So let's just drag that into here. And again, you got to at least charge what the ore was worth, the hematite ore was worth if you sold it at market, right? So let's say it takes 500 to make 500, so let's say it was worth about 20,000 quanta, right? So, but a lot of people may not have the stuff to turn this into pure other than in their nanopack, which takes time, right? So let's just go ahead and say I have 500 liters. All right, and I'm going to go ahead and Oh, no, I've got 294 liters, sorry. It automatically put it in for me. So the price per liter that I want to charge is, let's call it 500. 500 quanta per liter. Alright, so let's calculate that up real quick. $294 times 500. That'll give us 147,000. All right, way more than if we sold the ore. So let's make this a little more reasonable for new players. So 294. Let's say instead of 21,000 that I could sell it for, 20,000. Let's just pretend that's the price I could sell it for. I want to go ahead and make 40,000. So we'll divide that by our quantity, 294. So if I sell it for 136 or 135, I would be good. So let's go ahead and sell it for just like 130. We'll make quite a bit of money on it. All right, so all I did is take hematite and refined it to pure iron. So let's create that order. Boom. Now let's go back to buy and sell and look at that. There's 294 for sale for, that's our order because it's in green, right? Notice that the orders that don't belong to us are not in green, right? So if it belongs to us or our org, we should be able to see it there. So now we've made a couple of orders in there. Let's go ahead and see what else we have for sale. All right, I don't have any more iron. I don't have any silicone scrap. Let me get out of here. I'm going to unlink from that container because I think I still have some stuff in my nano pack. Got all these parts we just pulled out of here, right? Right, so I can put these atmospheric air brakes up for sale, or this headlight, or these. I'll just put these up for sale. We'll just do it one more time, just so you get the gist of things. So go into storage, drag that over here, create a sell order, and I could do this for my org, right? Instead of for me. That way anybody in the org could come pick them up. But I'm going to just do this for me. Oh, no, wait. We'll do this for me. How many do I have? Let's put in way more than I have and see what happens. All right, so if I click the arrow down, it changes to the quantity that I have in there. It's kind of a trick. Put in a whole bunch more than you have and then click the arrow down and it'll put the quantity you have in storage. Don't know why it doesn't default to it in the first place, but it saves you from having to remember what that quantity is. All right, price per unit for these. Okay, hold on. Let's cancel. We forgot to look them up. Okay, so these are atmospheric air brakes. Atmospheric air brakes. Okay, let's look and see if you can buy them. Oh, you can. Okay, so apparently the bot price on these is $17. Hang on. $17,116. All right. So if I want to sell, if I price it for 20,000, the bots will keep selling them because nobody would pay my price over that, right? But bots don't sell everything. Notice that. But when they do, you've got to undercut them. So let's sell them for 17,000, and that'll be 116 cheaper than the bot. So let's do that. We'll make it delete 17,000 per unit, and we have how many? 1 million. All right, and then we click the arrow down. It says now you only got 8. All right, so create that order. So now we've created. So in these two, we could set our price. There's no bot to undercut. I could put these at $1 billion each if I thought somebody had $1 billion each. and would pay it, I would. But when the players are starting out, you're going to have to find something that makes you a profit, but that is reasonable enough that people will pay it, right? Because when other people start making these, if you're selling them for 10 times the ore it costs you to put into them, and somebody else says, well, I can sell them for 8 times the ore it cost me to put them in them, and undercut that guy and make money, okay? Then you may have to adjust your prices, or you're going to quit making money. Right, so you got to kind of stay ahead of what does the market need, and if there's nothing there, what can I sell it for? And then when you start getting competition, the prices are eventually going to level out somewhere, because everybody's going to find a common ground and stick with it. Right? With the bot stuff, you got to undercut the bot, like with the breaks here. So what happens if this stuff sells? Well, if this stuff sells, basically my wallet gets more money, right? If it doesn't sell, I can come back here and I can pull this stuff. I can cancel. I can click on this and I can cancel this order. I can try to pull it back out. Oop, won't let me do it. View market page. Okay, I haven't done this in a while. Sorry, folks. Well, that's not doing any good. I swear there's a way to do this. Alright, I'll have to figure that one out and get back with you guys. Can't remember how to cancel a sale. Also, when you do... Oh, go to your orders, duh. I go here and I can cancel the order. Right? Also, I have this expiring in 24 hours. Let's say I wanted to have this run for a month. Right? So I could get on here and say, oh, I want it to go longer than that. So there should be a way to update this past 24 hours. I know you can do it when you first set it up, but I forgot to do that. So, but you can always VRN and update it as well. So you can take care of it that way too. All right, I'm gonna hit cancel. Anyway, I can delete it, start over if I get it wrong. That's not that big a deal. Pretty easy to take care of things. Alright, so what do we need to do? We need to buy something. We need to buy an extra small core. Oh, I typed it wrong. Well, actually we want a dynamic core unit, extra small, instant buy. Let's buy 2 of them. Okay, buy. Oh, no, I don't want to leave. I want to pull that out into my inventory. Alright, so let's go back downstairs, see if we can take over a ship. Alright, so this ship has this icon, right? So what we're going to do is we're going to hit actually, let me hit B again. I don't need to be in build mode. Alright, let's try this one more time. Alright, see if I can get this right the first time. So I go to advanced, then I go to replace element. Boom, it replaces it with one of my cores. I didn't need to equip it actually. And now, what can I do with this? I can go advanced. Can't compact this one. It's got too much stuff on it, I think. If you don't own the DRM on this, you cannot create blueprints. But on this one, it says I can activate DRM protection. So I will. That way it protects it from everyone else. And if I go to my construct now, I should be able to... Oh, gotta be in build mode. Create core blueprint, right? So I can actually create a blueprint of this now. So let me do that real quick. because when the server restarts, I'll now have a blueprint of this ship, and we can use it. So let's look at the fuel tank and see if somebody's taking the fuel out of it. I imagine so. Oh no, it's still got fuel in it. Hot darn. Alright. Well, this just has the basic this just has the basic stuff in it. So let's construct. It's a flying construct, and let's go ahead and put Arch HUD on it. I just updated my Arch HUD to 0.805 just a few minutes ago. Again, you can go to GitHub, go to Arch Hub, follow the directions in place there, and you should be able to update everything. I don't see any adjusters on this thing. What the heck? Do we have some in our inventory from that other ship? Darn it. Well, we may have to go buy some adjusters and throw on here, because I don't know how we're going to turn if we don't have some. Let's do that real quick. Alright. How many are we going to need? I think we can get away with just a few. Instant buy. Let's get 8. Put those in my inventory. I always try to leave the market without grabbing my stuff I just bought. Alright, so let's hit B. Go into build mode. Let's put some adjusters on it. So we'll put one there. One there. There. One there. And, oh, it has some adjusters to go up and down, so that might work okay, and I probably didn't need to buy those then. Okay, move this thing up a little. And let's go back into build mode. Move that one over because it needs to match the other one. Alright. What do you mean I can't take control of this object? There we go. Alright, so cannot compact a construct that has containers. Oh, we forgot to look in the container. You should do that, right? See if it has anything useful. Nope, nothing. Alright. So here's what we're gonna do. Turn that off. Turn the brake off. Invalid control schematic detected. Oh wait. Huh. You know what? I don't think this is a flying construct because it doesn't have wings. Let's hit C and go back down to the ground, and then let's get out of the seat. No, it has wings on it. What the heck? I don't understand what the issue is here. Okay. It did not apply Arch HUD on this. Try it again. valid. Control scheme. Keyboard scheme must be selected. In the Lua parameters instead. Okay. Not going to mess with this right now. You got to get in and change some parameters to be able to use this. Okay. I could take this thing apart, but we control it now. It's ours. I'll just come back and get it later when we have time. And let's run down and grab this other one real quick. And I could just take it apart without doing anything, but let's go ahead and throw a core in it too. Replace element, because I have another dynamic core on me. Okay, so that's now ours. Let's go ahead and let's see here. Code B. And let's look at it again. And I don't see it giving me a chance to set the DRM. Where's that at? Alright, look at it some more. See what I'm doing wrong here. Oops. Okay, it's not there. Alright, I don't know why it's not giving me a chance to apply the DRM on this. Maybe it's, but it will let me create a core blueprint, oddly enough. Alright, try it again. Construct. Create core blueprint. Alright. So we've got a blueprint created of this ship too now. So we'll have that. I don't know why it doesn't give me a chance to turn on DRM. Odd. Alright, so now can I get in and fly this one? Let's see how it's set up. It's set up as a pilot already. Let's go ahead and put Arch Hood on it. Alright, so this one's going to let me fly it. G. Turn the brake off. And I'll hit C again and get back out because it seems we have a little problem with no fuel. Because I forgot to check it. Also, we have some stuff that's damaged. Let's go ahead and fix that real quick. Where is my scrap? Alright, it's in here. So let's fix this damaged stuff. Using up scrap. If you look on the right over there, it's showing the scrap usage. The red parts are broken entirely. Okay, fix this light. Once you get it to yellow, you've got to unclick and re-click, or unhold the button and re-hold the button to get it to go to the next phase. So this thing has a lot of adjusters on it. So I don't know what the problem is with this thing. Let's try it one more time. I did say I wanted to check the fuel. Where's the fuel tank? Oh, it's got fuel in it. Let's try it one more time. Okay, I don't know if the Arch Hood I just downloaded is a piece of poo or what's going on. Let me try the other ArchHUD that uses my files. Oh, that's another thing we can do too. Let's try this. Advanced, update custom auto configure list, updates my current files, which I didn't do before, so that might help. And then let's go to the 1.805 and let's see if that helps any, because I've got the files on my computer. Alright. Break off. Okay, so now I'm good. That's weird. Alright, so if we want to go towards our base, we want to go this way. So what I'm going to do is just get it out of the market and then just park it and come right back, because I've got 3 ships here. I need to get them out of here. Alright. So we'll just land here. I'm outside the market tile. My ship will not disappear now. Alright, so do I need anything in here? Apparently not. There's nothing in there. So this is the thing that you got to watch out for. Now, let me tell you this. I've been a new player before, and I know a lot of the new players aren't going to understand the rules, even though it's posted here at the location. So if I find out who a ship belongs to, and they're complaining, hey, my ship disappeared from the market, and I'm the one that took it, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to give it back to them. Just because that's how I work. Now, do I have to? Nope, they lost it fair and square. But, you know, I'm not into that, especially with new players and turning people off from the game because they got their ship taken. Technically, they let it be taken, but you know what I mean. So what I want to do is make sure that, you know, the players can keep on playing and stuff. So I'd give the ship back and make sure they had a chance to keep playing. And I would explain to them why they almost lost their ship and why they would have lost it if it had been anybody else. But, well, not anybody else. A lot of people would do the same thing I'm doing. But a lot of people wouldn't. So I'm going to actually, I can't figure out why the other ArchHUD's not working, but I'm going to try this again. Let's try it with this one again and just see, maybe just refreshing it was all it took. No, it's not letting me go left or right. So let's land and I'll get out. So something's up with this newest version of ArchHUD. I just updated the auto configure list to make sure it understands what I have, and we'll go with that one, the 1 point. That just means nobody else can fly it but me or people that have ArchHUD on their computer. It still says warning invalid, so the control setup on this one is all wrong. Alright, so I've got a couple of choices with this one. Let's go to my ship. Where's my ship? I believe this ugly thing is my ship. Alright, so this is my link container. Let's just start taking this puppy apart. First, let's take the fuel. That would be 3. Hold the Alt key and suck out the fuel. I've already got a core blueprint of it, so I can put it back together even if I just put the pieces in my ship, right? I'm not sure everything's going to fit, though, so that's the problem. pulling pieces off here. Not enough storage. Alright, so I'll just unclick that and put the rest in my nano pack, or whatever I can fit in my nano pack. Alright. The seed in there. Alright, let's pull off. Oh, there's some more. Some more pieces here we need to grab. Not sure we're going to have room for everything. Any more stuff. All the rest of this is voxel. So I'm going to hit 2. I'm going to start selecting voxel. Oh, actually I need to go to my so I want to go to my 7 with my select tool, not my 2, my place tool. So 7. And then whatever I select, going to make a little box of all the voxel that I want to grab. Let's see here. Let's go all the way down here. Let's go all the way to this side. Let's see here. I'm going to select as much as we can. So we want to go all the way up here to these top voxels. And I'm hitting delete, and it deleted all of the stuff in the middle. So I want to go back to 1, and I'm just going to start pulling this stuff off. You have to get everything, every last voxel, in order to pull the core. So I put a core in here, but I'd get it back if I oh, yeah, I'm just going to trash the damage element. I didn't repair it. Alright, there's another one. Alright, so we missed some voxel. I'll hit 7. Alright, I think that's got all that. And then if I do this up here, delete that. And then 1, Alt. Alright, so we got everything, right? I think so. Let's take a look. Don't see anything else floating around here. Alright, so how do I pick this up? Well, I go to my place tool, I hit Alt, and it's in my nano pack. Right here. Alright, so there's that core, there's all those parts from the ship. Now since I made a blueprint of the Dragonfly, I can create a blueprint. It cost me a little bit. But I can create a blueprint and take all these parts in here and I can redeploy it. So let's go back to the base and let's do that. Let's go redeploy it and I'll show you how that works. Now there's another ship here I could take too, but let's not be greedy. Which is just as an example. I'm not trying to actually take all these people's ships. Just wanted to show you so you don't lose your own. Oh. Guess what? I'm loaded down really heavy. Let's see if I can take off or not. Oh, I can. It's gonna let me take off. Come on. Break off. There we go. Alright, so remember I told you you could cheat sometimes? Now, if you slide all the way to the edge of that platform, you're probably going to hit something on the edge and blow up your ship. Maybe kill yourself. So, got to be kind of careful about that. Alright. So let's get back here. We'll try to redeploy the Dragonfly and see how that works. So, first we'll look at how many cores I have. We're very heavy, so we went past our target, which works out alright. Alright, so we're not going to go anywhere, we're not going to do anything. Alright, so all of the parts that I picked up, not all of them are in my nano pack, some of them are in here. So, I'm just going to start pulling stuff over. Hopefully I can fit everything in here. If not, I certainly can fit everything in the base. Okay. That should be everything I need. It's all in my nano pack now. So we'll make my nano pack my primary container, which it already is, because this would be highlighted if it were my link container, but it's not. And then let's just take this and equip it. No equip tool can use this item. That's because I've got the deploy ground element selected here. I need to actually do the deploy ground construct. Alright, so let's go ahead and equip this. I'm not enough material, so I'm missing something. So how do I figure out what I'm missing? Well, that's easy enough. Just let's just go with, I hit 5 to turn that back off. All we gotta do is look at this in our inventory. So I can do it a couple of ways. While it's in my inventory, I can click it and it'll put it right here. And it says I am missing 1 square light, extra small, 1 hovercraft seat. Oh, you know what? Got to remove the dynamic properties on them because it's not identifying them. And then we can look at this again. And still not identifying it as being in our container. That's odd. Dynamic core. Remove properties. Remove properties. I don't know why that's not working. Basic hover engine. So the ones with dynamic properties it doesn't like. Alright, let's try and see if it'll work. No, it's still red. Alright, so hit 5 again, or 6. Let me put all this stuff in a container here and see if putting it in the container with the properties removed will help us. So let's see here. What all do I need? I think I need all of this stuff. Oh yeah, we'll include the Dragonfly. We won't include the core blueprint. Put all that stuff in here. Alright, and then we'll link to this container. And we'll go to our blueprint. And I'm going to put that here. Dragonfly Mark II. Actually, let's make that our linked container. Look in here. Then let's look at it. It should show up over here. Okay. Everything is in this container. Why is it not showing up? That's odd. Am I looking at the right blueprint? Yeah, Dragonfly Mark II. Well, that's odd. Alright. Gonna log out, log back in. Maybe that'll work. Maybe that'll fix it. Who knows? Don't know what's going on. Kind of odd for something like that to occur. Alright. Alright, so let's look at our inventory. Oh, duh. Okay, so it wasn't selected. You guys probably were screaming at me. Just select it, it's all good. Okay, everything is good now. Notice that just moving it to another container fixed that dynamic property issue. And the dynamic core never got the line out from underneath it saying it has properties on it, but we're all good now. Alright, so let's equip it. It's saying now that I should be able to deploy it. Alright, so let's do it. And we're going to call this one DU Dragonfly. Oh, it doesn't like the DU apostrophe. But we'll go up. There we go. Alright, so we took it from the market and we moved it over here. Lickety split. If we get in it and try to fly it now, wonder what'll happen. Some elements are colliding. Okay, a lot of people are buying some of these market chips and then realizing that they don't work. So this is, I mean, it's out of fuel too. And realizing that they have stuff that doesn't follow the rules. All that stuff's supposed to be fixed when they launch. But for now, what I found on these is the best bet is to take the ship apart and fix all the stuff that's colliding. Now, how can I figure that out? If you go into the build helper here, it gives you a list of elements and it shows you which ones are red flagged, right? So there's a wing extra small and an adjuster extra small that is colliding. So you just have to figure out which ones those are and fix them. Alright, and so you just have to look through here, find those parts, and you know, just get everything all hooked up, and you're good to go. So, so all you'd have to do is, okay, which one? So there's a wing extra small. There's a wing extra small. So it could be either one of those wings or both. Now this is a wing small. These are wing smalls. So it's going to be these on the back right here. What is that one there? That's a stabilizer. Okay, so it's going to be these wings and adjusters. So if you go into build mode and look at these, you might be able to see a red spot. But what I would do is alright, what's going on here? Alright, let's pull these off real quick. Alright, and let's look at it again. Okay, so now we don't have that problem. So if we put these adjusters back on, there'll be no conflict with the extra small wing and the adjusters, because it was the adjusters, one of the adjusters was sitting down into the wing or something. And like I said, that used to be okay, it's not so much now. Where's my extra small adjusters? How can I find stuff? Type it in without caps lock. Alright, so let's try it again. Come on. Alright. If we have to, we'll hover it above it. Not sure what's going on with that one. That one's fine. Let's pull this one back off and try it again. Alright, so let's go out to the end here. Boom. Alright, so if I look in my build helper again, which I'm just hitting tab, clicking on construct information, and I have the element selection. It talks to me about the voxel or the honeycomb, the mass, the remarks list, insufficient space, low altitude list, insufficient space, forward thrust. Alright, so it's just telling me what I don't have enough of. So here's a way you can use this on the remarks. You can fill your container with the max amount of mass that you think you're going to lift, right? 20 tons, 1,000 tons, whatever. And then it'll tell you if when you have enough engines on it that you'll be good to go. So this is kind of a good thing when you're building. So now none of our elements are having issues. So we are done here. So, oh, come on, tab, there we go. Sometimes when you can't move and stuff, it's because you got the tab button opened up. Alright, so I'll mess with this ship later. So what did we learn today? We learned how to list stuff on the market for sale, how to kind of establish an initial price for something. It requires you to know what the selling price of the ore is. And there's only going to be a selling price, I think, for tier 1 up front. So if you have tier 2 that you want to sell, hey, it's whatever you think it's worth, right? If you put $10 billion out there, none of the new players are going to have $10 billion, and you're never going to sell it, right? But you don't have to sell it dirt cheap. You just got to find that right price and establish it on the market, and you're good to go. So we're going to go ahead and call it with this one. Hope you all have a good launch, and we'll see you later.